Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do now is to create our new home screen. We don't need this one, so first let's remove all these comments, and then maybe here we can change it to our application name. So this will be our Flutter Chat Pro, like that. And then this home screen, we don't need it, so let's remove it. So we delete all of this, like that. And then now let's go back to here on the lib. Let's right click and then create a new folder. Let's create the folder for the main screens. So main screens, and then inside here let's right click and then let's create a new file. First one will be our home screen, so we say home screen dot. Okay, so you can see here Copilot is already asking if it can make us this screen. If we press Ctrl I, which will be Command I on the Mac, we can write what we want it to generate. But for now, let's just create these ourselves. So I'm just going to cancel that. Then here I'm going to type STF for a stateful widget, and then let's say home screen. So it's raining outside. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but yeah, it's raining. That's why there's a bit of a noise. Right, so this will be our home screen, and then here let's return a scaffold, and then let's give it a body. So you can see Copilot is already suggesting for the default here, so I'm just going to press tab so that it accepts this. Okay, so right now we have this basic home screen, and then let's go back to the main.dat. Instead of calling this, we can call our home screen. Okay, now that we've done this change, let's go ahead and hot restart. Okay, now we are in our home screen. Okay, so now right here, the first thing that we're going to do is let's create a theme. We want to have a dark and a light theme in our application. Okay, so we can either create a theme with we can code our own theme, or we can just use a package. So for faster coding, let's just use a package which also uses a Material 3. Okay, so let's head over to our browser. We can minimize that, and then up here let's search for pub.dev. So here, that's where we get Flutter packages here. Let's search for what's that theme name? It's adaptive theme. Yeah, this one, adaptive theme. Okay, so is it the one? Okay, so let's click on it, then let's come down here. Yeah, this one. So let's head over to installation, then copy this, then let's go back, then inside our pubs.yaml file, down after the cappuccino icons, let's paste that here. So after we paste that, we can now save this. I'm going to press on Ctrl S on my Windows, which is a Command S on your Mac. Now it's getting the packages. Okay, it's done, so we can close that. And then let's use that package here. So here, instead of this material app, let's put the cursor in front here, and then click on this light bulb, and then wrap with a widget. Then here, let's call our widget adaptive theme. Okay, so now let's import this. So now it's already imported, but it needs required arguments. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, we want a light and dark theme, and we also need an initial theme. Okay, so let's come down here, and then first let's give it a light theme. Okay, so you can see that Copilot is already suggesting this theme to us. Okay, so let's press tab. Now the light theme is there, but what we want is to give it the color that we need. Okay, if we go back to the package here, where is that? Let's go on a readme. So you can give it a light theme like this, and then you say it uses material true, even the dark theme like this, and then you can also give it an initial theme like this, and then the builder, that's where it will return this material up. Okay, so but you can specify the light theme that you want, the colors that you want. Okay, if we come down here, if we check on this one, it says if you want to change the theme entirely, like change all the colors to some other color swatch, then you can use set theme, which is this that we want to use. Okay, we want to specify, if you guys want your light theme to be blue color or green or whatever, this is what you can change it. So what we'll do is, let's just copy these. Okay, let's copy that, and then let's go back to the application, and then here let's paste these. So we have a light and a dark theme, which is we are using purple, but let's change our colors. For the app, let's use deep purple. Okay, even here let's use deep purple. So here it's up to you guys to change the colors that you want to use for your application. Okay, you can use whatever color you want to use. Okay, and then next, now let's also put our initial theme. Okay, so down after this one, we need to put our initial theme now, which is right now we are putting our initial theme to be light, but later on we need to set the theme depending on what we saved. Okay, which we are going to do. So let's come down here now and then put the builder. So you can see that Copilot is already suggesting all these things because it knows what is going on. Okay, so I'm just going to go with Copilot and then press on tab. So there it is, and then we have an error here. So we have an error here because this doesn't need to be a child. This material is already this material. Okay, so what we need to do is to remove this material inside here. Remove that, and then also remove it there. Okay, and then this, you see that also Copilot is suggesting here to remove this debug show check mode banner, which is this banner. Okay, so let's also put that to false, which means it has removed it. And then what else here? What is it asking? That we have to put to close it like that. And then what's also missing here? We are missing another bracket, so let's put another bracket there, and then all the errors are gone. Okay, so we have the home screen, and then so now here on the theme, we need to put the theme which is coming from this builder. Okay, so let's get, instead of putting this here, we need to put this theme. Okay, done. And then what else? We also need to put this dark theme. So here we need to say dark theme, and then we put that dark theme. Okay, So right now let's try it like this and then see if our theming will work here. Okay, so we need to stop the application and run it again. Alright, the application has started. You can see that now we are in the light theme. Okay, so now to change the theme we need to create the method to switch from light to dark, and also when the application starts we need to start from the theme that we previously saved. Okay, so for that let's go back to the browser, and then let's go to the readme. Then here you can see that if we come down here, this is how we set the theme to dark, this is how we set the theme to light. There is also a method to set to the system theme. Okay, so there is this toggle between the themes. Okay, so now down here there's also a reset, and then if we come down here, here is where we get the theme that we have saved. Okay, so what we can do is let's just copy this. We can copy all of these. Let's copy, and then here we can replace this, and then let's also add a sn keyword here. So now we are passing this saved theme which we are getting from the adapt theme.get theme, from where the saved theme. We are getting this saved theme from whenever we saved this theme inside our application, and then we are passing it. So since we are passing it here, we need to pass it here on the my app here. So let's put a comma and say required this dot that saved theme. Okay, dot this. Now since we are passing it here, we need to initialize here tab, and then we have an error here because this needs to be nullable. Okay, so let's come down here and put a null check, tell it that it should be nullable. And then down here now, since we are getting the theme in the start of the application, instead of just setting a light theme, we will set whatever theme is saved. If there is no saved theme, we'll put a light. So here in front we're going to say saved theme and then 2 question marks. If this is now, we are going to put the light theme. Okay, so if we hot restart this, we'll get the same result of white. Okay, but now let's create a method to save the theme. Okay, so let's go inside our home screen, and then maybe up here let's initialize a boolean which will be the is dark theme. You can see that Copilot knows what we want to do. Okay, and then down after this, let's create a method to get the saved theme. Okay, get the saved theme mode, and then down here, so it says we can get it like this. So it says we can get it like this, but let's not get it like this. Let's create a method. Okay, so let's not use Copilot's recommendation here. So let's just create a void get theme mode. Okay, already it knows what we want to get here. Okay, so let's click on tab. Now this is how we're getting it. Let's just import this. So it even gives us comments here, get the saved theme mode. So we are going to save theme and then get theme mode, and then check if the saved theme mode is dark. So if saved theme mode is dark, we are going to set this to true. Okay, in the else we're going to set it to false. Okay, so here let's also put the else. Okay, so here in the else, let's set that to false. Okay, if it is dark theme, we're going to set it to false. If it is light theme, we're going to set it to true. Okay, and then this method, let's call it now init state. So here let's say get theme mode, like that. And then now here let's create a method that will change these values. Okay, so instead of returning a child here, let's return maybe let's return a card. And then the card, note this, that it wants to return. So inside the card here, let's return what can we return? Let's return a switch list tile. Okay, so let's have a child. So this one will be a switch list tile. And then here you can see Copilot suggestion, which is what we want. So let's go on ahead and click tab. All right, I'm not sure if Copilot suggested the same things for you guys, but this is the code that it just suggested. In the title we'll put the dark theme mode, and then the value we'll put that is dark theme, and then the unchanged is where we set the dark theme to the value. Okay, so if it is if adaptive theme is dark, if value is true, we're going to set it to dark theme. If value is false, we're going to set it to light theme. Okay, so let's go on ahead and test this. So let's hot restart. You can see that we have the switch statement here. Now let's try to see if it will change the theme. Okay, great. Now it has changed to dark. Now it has changed to white. Okay, now it has changed to dark. Now it has changed to white. So if we change it to dark here and then hot restart, we are going to start inside the dark theme. Okay, so it has restarted. You can't see because it's too fast. Let's stop and run it. You can see that it's starting on the dark because we set it to dark. But this switch statement, we are going to use it not in the home screen, but maybe in the settings screens. Okay, so let's just improve it a bit before we move on. So maybe in the title, instead of dark theme, let's change this to change theme. And then let's also add the const modifier. And then where else? Maybe let's put a secondary here. Secondary. So for the secondary, what we can put is first let's put a container. And then this container will have a child. So you can see that Copilot is already assisting us. Let's get what it's going with. So let's click on tab, and then here let's put a comma, and then let's hot restart and see what it has created. So this is the Copilot's container. So here what we can do is so it's saying it to white or dark for the color here for the shape, but we also need to put an icon to show what's inside there. Okay, so in this container here, this container have a child. So this child, it's going to be like an icon. So it's already assisting us what we want to do. So let's go with it, and then let's hot restart. Okay, so if it's dark, it's showing this icon. Let's check if it's white, it's showing that icon. Okay, this is actually better, but maybe for the color here, let's put a primary color. We don't need white or black. So here what we can do is we can either leave it like that. think this is fine. Yeah, or we can just put a primary color here. So this looks to be right. Yeah, I think there's nothing else we can change here. Now it looks, we know that this button is for changing the theme. Okay, so this card will use it elsewhere, not in the home screen. So that's it about the theme, guys. Now you know that we can change the theme to dark and white, which means we are done about the theme. We can just put commas here and then save. So we are done about the theme. This theme, now we can use it everywhere in our application. We know that now from the beginning of our course we have a light and a dark and light theme. Okay, so great. In the next videos now we are going to start creating the home screen. So this changing of the theme, we are going to get this widget, this card widget, move it from here and put it in the settings screens, and then here in the home screen, that's where we are going to start creating our chat application. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video.